Where are we, Dad?
We are at the lease. We're heading out. It's January 2nd, about 3:45. And I got Travis on the camera and my dad up here in the front seat.
Where's the camera, Papa? There we go.
You got it? It's going to be a little bumpy video because we're on a very bumpy road. But this is basically our last hunt of the season. We were down last weekend at Guy's place, and figured we ought to take Dad hunting one time before the season's over, right? Good. Visit the lease, check everything out. So tonight, we're going to put Travis and Bill Van Dyke stand, the windmill stand, see if he can't get a pig. We'll take Dad to Ruben's stand and see if we can't get him a spike or a doe. That's the plan for tonight. Any questions?
Ooh, nope. I think we're gonna have a good hunt tonight.
Yep, me too.
All right. Well, I think we've made the people at home nauseous enough. We can turn this off.
T-Man.
What?
I got you on video, bro.
Yeah, when you come back here next, it's gonna be a line of pigs just laid out right here.
If you didn't hear what he said there's going to be a line of pigs when I come back, lined up right there in front of the deer blind. Good luck, T. Oh, here we are in Ruben's stand. If you've seen some of my older videotapes, this is where I shot my mature buck and a button buck a couple of weeks before that. There's the feeder with a whole ton of corn on the ground. I'm wondering what that's all about. My hunting buddy today,
Charlie Cole.
Charlie Cole, my father. So, Dad, if you'll lean back a little bit, we'll look down that road and I'll show everybody where your most likely shots to come from. There you go. Everybody can hang on. So we've corned this road, and I think y'all seen this road on videotape before. This was where Davis and I had, at one time, 24 deer in front of us. All right, well, I hope they show up today. Pawpaw's going to get him one. More video later. My camera makes a lot of noise when you turn it on and start recording and stuff, so I'm going to get some footage of Dad here before the deer show up. So tell me, Dad, what's the first thing you remember hunting as a kid?
Well, if you go far enough back, my hunting started with a slingshot, and no bird was safe, except for robins and maybe a dove or two. But I didn't start hunting really until we moved to Beaumont, and started working right out of college. And the attorneys that did work for us always invited us for a fall deer hunt, and that's where I got hooked on deer hunting. And we were always invited to some really nice leases, usually plenty of deer around, and of course it was all at their expense, and it just grew from there.
Yep. Yeah, I remember I went to San Saba with you a couple times. I went to Del Rio with you 3 or 4 times maybe.
Yeah, that lease out in Del Rio was our company's lease.
Right.
And we had 6,000 acres out there, and we paid 50 cents an acre for 6,000 acres. And there was an abundance of deer and turkey and doves and just about anything you wanted to hunt out there. And we enjoyed that lease for several years before had some young men go out there and misbehave, and we lost our lease. And that was as far as most of us at our company was concerned, that was a real tragedy.
Yeah.
It was a great lease. It had nice facilities, and the only problem with it, it was exactly 500 miles from my front door to the gate to the lease.
Makes for a heck of a Friday night drive, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, that's about what it was. We'd get away about noon on Friday, and we'd get there about midnight Friday night, and 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning. And then we had to leave at noon on Sunday to get back by midnight. So that made a long weekend.
It makes for a long weekend. It's kind of like Guy's weekend. I mean, Guy's 450 miles or something door to door from his house in Beaumont to his lease now. I'm like, golly. Of course, now you can do 70.
Yeah.
Back then it was 55, right, or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. And he didn't have the big wide. We had freeways, and we used Interstate 10, for a good ways, because it went right down through San Antonio. But it got to be a long drive, and especially coming back when you're tired from all the activities going on out there, walking, and even when you weren't hunting, you were out walking or exploring the place.
Yep.
And there's a lot to see out there.
Yep.
A lot of strange things going on. Like debris that was 30, 35 feet up in a tree, and wondering how it got there. And at some time or other, there was a huge flash flood came
Yep.
down through there and did that.
Yep. All right. Well, we probably ought to be quiet and let these deer come out so we can shoot them.
Yeah, and get positioned here. And so I'll be ready when they show up, because they will show up.
They will show up. I'm surprised, frankly, that they haven't already. All right. More later.
You heard that?
That last one's pretty big, Dad. These first two are small, but that third one's pretty big.
Yeah. She had to move her.
That was fun. Well, I turned the tape off, but I imagine you saw it. We think Dad shot a little over that doe's head. He was trying to put it in her ear or eyeball or something. Are we trying to shoot her in the eyeball?
No, I was trying to shoot her twin eyes.
Between the well, we're going to pack up, go get Travis, cook some hamburgers, and get a good night's sleep. Come back out here and do this again in the morning. All right. Maybe I'll record some stuff tonight around the campfire, but for hunting, this is it for today. See you tomorrow.
It's Saturday afternoon. We've
January the 3rd.
January the 3rd. You may not be able to tell because it's a video camera, but it's hot. It is so hot out here. You would not believe it's January. We shot a button buck this morning that we thought was a doe. It's all right. I'm gonna kill me a big cull today. We just don't know about that part yet. It's coming up.
Papa's looking for either a pig or a doe. It's a bit of a cloud.
Unfortunately, this is how the start of a lot of America's Funniest Home Videos are going.
Yeah. It is now. One more, a little bit higher. There you go. Got it? Yeah, okay. Now kind of just put a knee inside.
Oh, there's 2 chairs up here.
Why don't you go ahead and get inside and I'll hand it up to you. Come over here, Travis, and look at some of this.
Look at this fine terrain.
Yeah, this is some gorgeous terrain here. I'm panning way too fast. I'm gonna make people sick.
I'm giving it kind of that natural documentary Blair Witch feel.
Yeah, the Blair Witch effect. All right, Dad. So just stay up here until we come back to get you. We'll help you get out of this thing too.
Next thing you'll see is probably the deer I'm gonna kill.
Yep. Say it again.
This is how we hunt these days. When you're bored, you're in the stand, you got nothing to do, just text your girl.
Yeah. 4 bars.
4 bars. Oh, no, message sending failed. Maybe not. Ironically, I said, hey baby, I'm in a good spot for signal.
Yeah.
And the message failed.
That was not true.
Not true at all.
All right. What time is it, T?
It's 4:03.
4:03, January 3rd,
The afternoon hunt.
Saturday afternoon. We dropped Dad off a few minutes ago. And now we're in the trailer stand, so let me pan around here and show you the trailer stand. This is one gorgeous little valley right here. There's the feeder. You can see it. Let me get past the windows here. Feeder's 93 yards. You guys, if you've seen these hunting tapes before, you know what this is, because there you can barely make out the tripod and the tree stand. That's where a lot of bow hunting gets done. Ben uses this stand primarily, and his daughter Sam, who's a sophomore in high school, last night shot her first deer with her bow that she got for Christmas out of that stand. So anyway,
Sam is a rough and tumble girl.
Sam is a rough and tumble girl, good kid. But just continue to pan around here in this valley. Sometimes you see pigs here. Almost always see deer here. There's always some kind of deer activity.
Usually cell phone signal too, but not so much luck today.
And like Travis said when we dropped off Dad, it is so blooming hot. It is hard to believe it's January 3rd. I left my hat at the camp because there's just no way I could stand to wear a hat right now. I'd be sweating my butt off.
God bless Texas.
God bless Texas and the weird weather we have. Alright, more later. Alright, the bell means you're on.
So here we are. We have not seen anything, and I mean nothing.
Well, part of that may be because we've been non-stop talking for
Yeah.
2 hours now.
There's a couple cows up on the top of the hill over there.
Yeah, I'm not going to record that. Who cares about cows?
And still a nice view, though.
Nice view.
Stand.
Yeah, nice view, and been a super conversation.
One of the benefits of hunting.
Yep. Talk about things that you wouldn't ordinarily talk about. Alright, well, it's, what time is it?
5 something. Yep, it's easy to let your guard down and be a little bit more of a sensitive man when you're both carrying loaded firearms. It's 5:36.
5:36, so we've got about 30 more minutes of hunting time. If something comes along, you'll certainly see it.
So it's a cold, windy ass morning here in Mason, Texas.
39 degrees. Y'all can see that coal buck laying in the road.
That's at least 175 yards. There,
Normally we'd have footage of the shot, but Dad was busy giving me instructions and trying to pick out which one of the 4 coal bucks that was wandering around the road you were going to pick out.
So this is one of those big Alberta coal bucks like we saw in Uvalde last weekend. But it was a great shot. 75 yards in the neck. Coal buck, just exactly the kind of deer we want to take off this lease. So congratulations to Travis for laying the smack down. Wait. Now, give me the gangsta symbols and all
Chunk
that.
of the deuce, Dad.
That's a
It's
deuce?
just like, yeah. Or it's also a greeting.
Really?
Hey.
Does it mean I want to
awesome.
pop a cap in your ass?
No. It means we're friendly. We're on good terms.
friendly times.
Yeah, these are friendly times. All right, here you go, Pawpaw. Give me the deuce. Give me the deuce.
You said that.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that.
I'm not into the deuce.
All right.
But it was an excellent shot. I know you said 75 yards. To me, it looks more like 175. But I'll say this: after all the whispering and instruction for 30 minutes, you finally let him shoot.
I know.
You laid it on him right in the
You know
neck.
what, Dad? I pay a lot for this lease. I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm gonna bug the crap out of my kids before I let them shoot something.
And your grandfather and your father. Took me 37 minutes to shoot that doe yesterday.
Well,
I had 14 choices, and we had to discuss each and every
hey,
one.
you know what? Payback is hell. You know what? I seem to remember going through something similar a few thousand years ago. All right, so we're going to sit here and get quiet, and we're going to see if we can't get Pawpaw a doe before we leave. And that'll be it. It's Sunday morning, January 4th. About what time, Dad?
It is 7:45 right now. He killed that deer about 8:50.
No, about 7:30.
8:30.
7:45 or 7:45?
Oh, it's 7:45. I'm sorry. He killed it about
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to sit here till about 8:30 and see if a dumbass doe doesn't walk by and see if we can't take her. And then we'll be done for the weekend, go back to the camp and clean them, fix a little breakfast, pack up, and go home.
Sounds good to me.
All right, more later. Whew. All right, Mama, we're done. We're packed up. Last view of the homestead. I haven't shown you the new kitchen yet. So there's the Morgan building. You remember that? That's where we normally sleep. This is the new kitchen. Pawpaw's in there checking it out. I'm not even going to show it to you because you would want it really bad. It's very nice. All right. What we didn't show you this morning was Travis's kill. I got so excited I forgot all about videotaping it. So it's already cleaned and in the cooler. I'm getting Travis to open the bag and show us what the head looks like. Let me help him and then we'll be right back. Alright, so we were in Ruben's stand this morning. You can just Open the,
Senor El Terrible.
yeah. So Travis got himself a nice cull 4-point buck this morning, and we've already got it cleaned and in the cooler. We're packing up and we're leaving. See you later.
So this is Tuesday morning, the Sunday after I shot my cull buck, and we're going to be starting the European head mount. This is the head and the layout. Mostly all we'll need here is a sharp knife and a clean setting. Step one is to peel the skin back, and then after that we'll work on removing the jaw. More later. Alright, here we have removed most of the skin, and we're going to try to remove some more of the material around the skull and hopefully cut the lower jaw off later tonight. So, more later. Okay, so now I've removed most of the skin and fleshy material, including the tongue and a lot of the other organs. I think it's ready to be split. We'll have to check that with the rest of the family though, since they're a little bit more experienced than I am. Here is the head. Hopefully there might be a little more material cut off, but we'll take after the jaw, which will be cut from about here to here. And then at which point we're going to try to remove more of the material. But for now I'm going to clean up and throw this in a bag, because if Abby came home and saw this, she would probably freak out. More later.
Oh, you're on, dude.
So this is Tuesday night. Tyler and I, Tyler doing most of the labor, have just cut the back of the head off. We've had a little bit of an error on this side, causing it to go in, but we fixed it. I think it'll still look all right in the end. You know?
Oh yeah.
First tries are there for a reason.
Oh, that's fine.
So now we have boiling some water on the grill, and we'll boil the head for 30 minutes to an hour.
And a half.
He's so redneck, I'll cook dinner on the same grill he's about to boil the head on.
At least we're not doing it in the kitchen.
So what happened last time?
Yeah.
Mom was like, "Oh, you're doing it outside." I bet she's happy.
Yeah. It gets a little bit of a smell going to it. So y'all haven't tried to pluck those eyeballs out yet, have you?
I haven't had the heart.
I'll do it.
Tyler will do it.
Take that sharp knife, the point of that sharp knife, and kind of just stick it in there, and just be careful to not gouge the.
Can't just pull it off your fingers.
No, it's
Keep
stuck.
this on video too.
It's on video. Oh yeah. They're stuck in there with some pretty strong ligaments. You're gonna have to cut it.
I did manage to dig out most of the brain with my fingers though. That was pretty fun.
Oh, I bet that was delicious. All right, I'm gonna turn this thing off before
People vomit.
Tyler gets too weird with this.
Here we have the deer head boiling. Throw a little bit of dishwasher soap in there. I'm not sure how that aids in the process, but that's what I was told to do.
I think it's supposed to clean stuff a little bit.
Well, it's antibacterial, so that's certainly good.
Yeah,
Sterilize.
yeah, sterilize it a little bit, I guess, and I think we leave it like this on this low boil. I don't know if you can see this on the video. It's just kind of barely boiling, and I think that's how you want it to do. And I've got your can of water. As it boils down, you can just pour a little in there.
Add more. How are we going to get the back of the head here?
You don't.
Just have to deal with that?
Yeah, you just kind of deal with it. In an hour, it'll be fairly cooked as well. Just being so close to the water. And the boiling really, the hard part is the stuff in the sinus cavities. That's the stuff that we struggle with mine on the most.
The hard cartilage.
Yeah. And that's what you really want to boil. This stuff on the back of the head, you just take a knife to that and maybe a brush. I've got a really strong wire brush, and you can brush most of that off there. So.
Cool.
All right, so we're going to let this cook for an hour, and be back.
All right, this is day 2 of the European mount. This is after a series of boilings followed by removing some of the cartilage and flesh that's still on here. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of material, especially in the top and in the cavity, to be removed, but hopefully I'm going to let it boil for a while today and we can clean most of this out. There's still a very large cavity of cartilage and flesh right here, which really the only way to take out is with a pair of pliers. All right, more later. All right, well, this is the completed European mount on my 4-point cull. This is after 24 hours of soaking in hydrogen peroxide, covered with a black trash bag, since hydrogen peroxide breaks down in light. Start to finish, about a 3-day project, probably about 3 to 4 hours of total work time. And, well, we'll see you on the next one.